to the 6th episode of Gather and Glean. Today we're going to be talking about photo booth fun. We're going to be talking about backdrops, props, and your photos. But to start things off, we're going to take a look at one of my favorite icebreaker games. One of my favorite photo booths was actually at a Mother's Day event. So I'm sharing a Mother's Day icebreaker that can be adapted for any kind of women's ministry event. This is the Mother's Day left-right story. And let me scroll down so you can see. It's great for a group of 8 or more. It only takes about 15 to 20 minutes to play. And I've got all the directions on the site for you. You can actually play it 4 different ways. You can purchase and wrap 1 small gift per table, purchase and wrap 2 or more small gifts per table, ask every attendee to bring a $5 gift, always having a few extra on hand for those that might forget, or you could purchase as a team a small gift for every 8 women in attendance. So your MC is going to read the story as the gift gets passed around. It's a story about Mama Wright and Susie Wright who are running late for the big Mother's Day luncheon at church. Like I said, it's something you can easily adapt for any women's ministry event you're doing. One of the questions that I've gotten in the past is, where do you find ideas for photo booths? And that's really easy. Pinterest. I'm going to show you exactly where you can find some ideas next. So your planning and organizational tip today has to do, of course, with photo booths. We're going to be talking about 3 specific things: backdrops, props, and photos. Let's start with backdrop ideas. Remember how I told you Pinterest is my source for photo booth ideas? Let's check out what I've got over on my Pinterest board. What I want you to take a look at are these great backdrop ideas. There's wrapping paper, there's streamers, there's paper plates, there's garland, records. You can even create some of your own frames. The key to a great backdrop is it's big enough that it fills your photos. It doesn't have to be huge, but I recommend at least making it a bulletin board size or larger. Let's talk about props, shall we? You've got a couple options. You can order pre-made props from Amazon like these here. You can also use real items such as hats and boas and scarves. Let me show you photos from a Mother's Day photo booth we create. Here you'll see a bunch of the girls that came to our Mother's Day event. One of the women at our church had a fabulous collection of older hats, and she was willing to let us borrow them for this event. And as you can see, they had a blast just trying them on. So let's talk photos for a second. Now, this is a great opportunity to involve somebody younger in your church. I know a lot of you say it's hard to get those younger women involved, but so many of them are great at taking photographs. So see if you can recruit one of the younger women in your church to take photos for your photo booth. So my second photo tip is to ask the group to use a specific hashtag for your event. It will help you to find those photos later on social media. And thirdly, make sure you save those photos. Use them in a slideshow, share them on social media, do a flashback Friday and pull them out. Let your women see how much fun the others were having at the event that they just missed. So moving on to recommendations. For years, I have followed Kristen Duke on her blog, Capturing Joy. Well, Kristen has free photo props that you can download and cut out. Let's take a quick look at what she's got. On her site, you'll find Valentine photo booth props, Thanksgiving, Halloween, tropical, summer, 4th of July, Easter, and more. I will include the link to her site below. Kristen's site is a great free resource for photo booth props, helping you keep your budget in check. Some really fun stuff to show you on Show and Tell. Not only do I have photos from some of the photo booths our ministries have created, but I've also got photos from you guys. We're going to start off with this photo. It's from Angie. She's a leader in Ohio, and they created this booth for a themed Mother's Day event banquet, and they called it Cinco de Madre. All of this was purchased from Oriental Trading or Goodwill, and just as a side note, they did a taco bar with fixins for their meal. This photo was from our Psalm 23 retreat. That long stick that I'm holding there in the middle is actually a shepherd's hook, and those are supposed to be sheep's ears on the sweet women standing next to me. We had a lot of fun in this booth, as you'll see in a second. This photo cracks me up. This was late at night, and two dear friends had the giggles so bad, and I managed to snap several photos while they were trying out different props in the photo booth. And finally, this photo is from that Mother's Day banquet I mentioned in the very beginning of the video. One of the women in our church set up this very beautiful whole setting with the cute little table and chairs, which many of the little girls sat at. And like I mentioned, they had hats that they were able to use if they did not bring their own to RT. So there you have it. We're having a photo booth fun today. I hope that you've gathered and gleaned some great ideas for the photo booth at your next women's ministry event. I appreciate you tuning in. Please send your questions, send your photos. I would love to feature them, and I look forward to seeing you next time.